I mean, thinking about my first experience of reading Angels, you just grabbed me by the throat and pulled me straight in. It was like Alice going down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, but the thing about Angels is Millennium Approaches is the first act, and it's the old second act problems. There are 3 versions of Perestroika in print. They're going to revive it at the National in 2017. I'm absolutely determined. I'm not going to rewrite anything. I'm tired of rewriting Perestroika. I did the last big rewrite in 2010, and I discovered a lot of good new stuff. I think this new version is the best version of it that there's been. But if you get to put off all the big. I mean, I-Ho is a single play. It's long, but it's a single play. If you get to put off all the problems to the second act, you see this all the time now in television, where people have such wonderful freedom with Netflix and HBO to just launch out and let their imaginations go wild, and they produce extraordinary beginnings. And then you just kind of keep looking at your watch, and pretty soon, by about episode 3 or 4, you start thinking, God, it's maybe time to stop adding in new themes, characters, idea. Maybe I want to see a little evidence that you know how to pull this together if I'm going to stay with you. And then usually by about episode 8, you say, oh, this is going nowhere fast. Then they take a break and they come back for the next 10 episodes, and it's turned into like, I'm fascinated by the Mad Men, Breaking Bad, and of course The Sopranos and The Wire, the sort of question of shaping an event in long form television, and it's very reminiscent to me of my struggles with Angels, and I think I did it. I think Perestroika is a really good play, but Millennium works really, really well. It's a really nicely constructed play. And I could have stopped there. A lot of people thought that was the end. I mean, people saw it at the National for a year before there was a Perestroika, and everybody thought that was, he died at the end because the angel came through, so he must be dead. Maybe I should have called it quits then. But no, I had to keep going.
Getting ready for this, I just flipped through a lot of the interviews that you've done in Bob Verlicke's book, and somewhere you said early on after Angels had hit big that you might revisit Angels every 5 years and write another Angels play. Will there be another Angels play?
No.
You said you wanted to write about the pits particularly.
I worked on the play I started in 1988. It opened in London in 1991, something like that. And Broadway in 93.
Right.
Perestroika opened in 94. The national tour started in 95, 96. And I was working pretty much on that. I did Slavs, which was the first act of which is all outtakes from Perestroika. So, I mean, literally. So, by 96, I started to feel like I was, CEO of Angels, Inc. And I still feel that way. If anybody says anything bad about Angels in print, I will never forgive them or speak to them again, because, as I say to my husband, you can say anything you want about me, but don't fuck with the franchise. It's been very good to me, and I'm going to be very good to it. It's like, Judy Garland and Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and people would always ask for gimmick, could you sing it, dressed as a party clown or whatever. And she did actually sing it as a clown, but not a sort of sad clown. But anyway, there were certain circumstances under which she would sing it, and other ways, and she would never do a parody version of it. And it was like, she knew, because she knew everything. But she knew that, you have to be grateful to the thing that made you who you are. I think that by 96, I realized I had time to leave these people alone. But I had a real problem doing that. I loved them, and we had kept each other company for a really long time. So I started saying to anyone who asked me in an interview, "What are you doing now?" I'm going to do Angels America for the rest of my life. And thank God I didn't do that.